The Money Mentor. We are going to talk about expanding or contracting in business today. So I'm excited about this topic again. These lunch scopes are not long. Just want to throw a couple of things out there and give you a little bit of motivation and encouragement as well. The night scope tonight, tonight's Periscope, we're going to talk about why everybody needs to experience empty seats, why everyone needs to experience empty seats. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So definitely want you to tune in. Let's get to it. Again, my name is Winfred Burns. I am the Money Mentor. I'm also the CEO of Global Drive Radio Network and of Rent to Big Man, which is a clothing line for plus size men. If you'd like to check out my clothing line, you can go to Walk WALK Royale. That's WALKROYALE.com. Also, you will see that we do have a line for women called Curvy Kitten, and for people of faith that is called Crown of Thorns. So you can check them out. Hello, Gracelle Gerber. I apologize if I said your name wrong. Welcome. I want to real briefly talk about, like I said, expansion or contraction. So those of us who are entrepreneurs understand, or just leaders in general, if you are leading an organization or a group of people, or even leading a home or a family, that there is always the constant pull or strain to decide whether or not you should expand your business, expand your family, expand your home, or contract. Contracting means make it smaller or make it more focused. So there are a couple of things that I want to just put into your mind to help you make that determination. And this is a great time for this because it's the end of the year. The calendar year, and with it being the end of the calendar year, most of us are in the reset mindset. And so when you are in the reset mindset, these questions are the ones that typically come to mind. So with that being said, here we go. So a couple of things that I want you to think about when you're making the decision whether or not you should expand or contract are, number one, you need to really reevaluate your current target market. And based upon whatever your target market is, does your business really meet the objective that target market needs? Now, I'll give you a perfect example. So again, I said that I have a clothing line for plus size men and women, and we go up to size 6XL when it's in our clothes. So what we have done is we've gotten a lot of people who are not plus size who have been demanding our clothes. And so to me, the question is, if my target mark, should I do that? Should I start offering small, mediums, and large? Or do we stick with targeting plus size men and women? With the knowledge of knowing that if we do that, that there is a market there that will not be able to wear our clothing. And so we had to make the decision. I had to make the decision whether or not I would expand my business into those sizes, or would I keep it how it is and only market to people who are size double X and up. Welcome, Colon 777. And so what I decided to do was to keep the business model the way it was. However, to design another line for people of that size, who were small through the large sizes. Because again, you want to be able to meet the need and the demand, especially if there's a high demand. However, when you have a market and you are clear on who you are marketing to and who your line is for, sometimes it doesn't make sense to do that. And again, I'm not saying people that they can't buy it, but and that line won't sell those sizes. So in that instance, what we did was we decided to keep our business the same it was, our model the same it was, but the expansion was to begin a different line, and understanding that when you expand, when you make the decision to expand, that also means that you have made the decision now to change resources and allocate resources in a different way, or again, you have to expand your team. Because one of the things that you quickly understand is that everybody has a capacity, and once you are at your capacity, you no longer are, once you hit a certain level of capacity, you are no longer effective. Let me say that again. Once you understand your capacity and where you are, you then are able to tell where you will then become ineffective. I can give you a perfect example. If you think about an object like a cup is great when you put water in it up until the point where it begins to overflow. And then at that point, the cup is no longer an effective object for holding water. So you have to know how much you, as a business owner, what is your capacity, and then again, what is your team's capacity, and then make the determination whether or not your team can handle it, or whether it's something that you need to wait and do at another time. So there's another one. So again, understanding what your target market is. Then after you understand what your target market is, you then have to understand the capacity of yourself and your team. If you choose to expand, then you are now expanding what your team is doing. And if your team cannot handle it, then you begin to compromise your quality, your customer service, and then ultimately you are compromising your brand, and that is something that you never want to do. You always want to be able to maintain the highest level of quality, the highest level of service, and that is what brings repeat business. So that's contract. If you choose to, that is expansion. An idea of expansion. If you choose to contract, understand this: contraction is not always a bad thing. Sometimes when you, contracting means that after you have come to that conclusion and identified what your target market is, you then realize that some of the services or some of the things that you offer do not fit the demand of that market. And if it does not fit the demand of that market, at that point you then have to retire that product or service, or you revamp it in a way that fits the market that you are looking for. And again, so it's not a bad thing. What it does is just like the opposite of expansion. Remember, if expansion if expansion then changes the way that you allocate resources, so does contraction. So if the people are on your team have specialties, then now they could get better. You're able to take away some of their responsibilities. You're able to take away some of your responsibilities and allocate that energy and those resources into one more focused direction. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's just a decision that you as the business owner have to make, and make it understanding what is the response of making those decisions. So I want you just to really be conscious of it, really be aware of it, and understand that whether you expand or whether you contract as a business owner, there are going to be there's going to be a response that you have to make. And again, this is the same thing in your home. This is the same thing in your personal life. If you choose to allocate your time to expand your life into something new, into a new venture, into working out, into anything, there is going to be a response that is needed. There's going to be a change in how you allocate resources. There's going to be a change in your time. There's going to be a change in how people relate to you. All of those things come with whether or not you then you make that decision. Again, neither of them are bad. It's just a good time of the year for you to really evaluate what you want to do, how you want your brand to be identified, how you want to be identified as a business owner, and then make the necessary steps to do that. Okay? Cool. All right. So again, like I said, and then I want to lastly just to encourage you. Listen, if you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur, I really want to encourage you to keep going. There is nothing easy about starting a business. But again, if you remember why you did it, if you love what you do, if you're doing it for the right reasons, it will work out. So be encouraged today, and know that, again, that you are not out here by yourself. And if you need any help from me, or if there's anything I can do to support you, please reach out to me. I would definitely do my best to help you, because my goal is always, as your money mentor, is to make sure that you have the resources and tools that you need. And if I don't have them, then maybe we can put our heads together and find the people or persons who do, so you can get what you need. All right. So just know that you are loved. You are not in this by yourself. Be encouraged. Have a good second half of your day, and make sure, again, you determine whether or not you want to. This is a season to expand or to contract. Neither one is bad, but plan, and know exactly what you want to do. All right. Last but definitely not least, please share this. I will upload this to my Facebook page. So share this with your friends and family. Invite your people on Periscope to take a look at this, because again, this is great information that people need to know, and I want to make sure that they know it. So yeah, if you can share it, I would definitely appreciate it. You are loved. Again, if you have questions, you can email me at themoneymentor1@gmail.com. Oh, one more thing. Listen, I want to give away for free my savings spreadsheet. And what it is very simple. Is everyone has a savings goal, and I want to be able to give you a tool that will help you do it. And it's a fairly simple tool. You literally just put in how much you want to save over the course of the year, and then it will show you how much you need to save weekly. Then on a weekly basis, you just go in and record what you saved for that week, and it will adjust the totals for you to show you how at the end of the year you can still be at your savings goal. Very simple. I want to give it away. Give it away for free to as many people as I can. I set a goal of 1,000, but I'd love to break 1,000. So email me at themoneymentor1@gmail.com. moneymentor1@gmail.com, and I'll send it to you. And you can have it for free, okay? Tell all of your friends, tell all of your family to just email me. I'll send it to you. No questions asked. If you have questions, you can always email me there as well, okay? All right, great. Have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you tonight. Remember, tonight we're talking about why you need to deal with empty seats. It's going to be pretty cool. All right, talk to you.